Dear friends, I am very happy to be here in Palermo, in this town that is very charged of history. In Palermo you have memories of Sicilian people, Sicilian population that was the first population of Sicily. After we have the memories of Phoenician civilization, of ancient Greek civilization, of Roman civilization, of Arab civilization, of Northern civilization that are persons that arrive from Scandinavian land. And also French civilization, Spanish civilization, and also Italian civilization, of course. Therefore, in this town, you have a very important, you have organized many civilizations that passed by this town. Okay. Now, I think that is very interesting for you to research when you are here these different memories of different civilizations. Arab, for example, it is very important. The Arab taken and continues held Sicily for 5 centuries. Okay. Therefore, I think that is very important also the Arab and Islamic civilization in Europe, not only Christian civilization. Now, I would like to discuss to you about the UN Convention on Rights of Persons with Disabilities. On that, I worked like responsible and head of Italian delegation to United Nations Palace from 2002 to 2006. But before we give you one little history about this convention. The first idea of the Convention on Disability was Italian idea in 1989. In 1989, during the General Assembly of the United Nations, the Italian delegation presented one draft of the Convention concerning disabled persons. But of course, all other countries not accepted to discuss about one document already prepared. And therefore, this idea was unusable. The same was organized by Sweden in 1991. And the same was the situation. The Assembly not accepted to discuss about one draft already prepared. During the 19 years, the High Commissioner of Human Rights prepared about disability 5 core. Core is one suggestion document that suggests to governments some initiatives, some ideas, but not this obligation. Is only the suggestion that the government can accept or not. These five cores, we can consider them like the preparation of this convention, because were very interesting, very acceptable, but not important like the convention, because it's only suggestion. I spoke about it. In 2001, the President of Mexican Republic, Mr. Fox, supported by Mr. George W. Bush, this time President of the United States, presented the idea to organize an ad hoc committee that can elaborate the new convention, the first convention on rights of persons with disabilities. This idea was accepted because don't is a draft, but is only the idea to unite the members of United Nations and give them the possibility to discuss and to decide all together. Therefore, from 28 July of 2002 started the first meeting of this ad hoc committee that have the activity from 2002 to 2006. The 25 August of 2006 was approved by this ad hoc committee, this convention that I have here and also you have. But I would like to give you some information plus. For example, on the 5th August of 2002, 1 week after the initial day of this work, I arrived to New York to participate to this work. And arriving at 2:00 p.m. in the seat of United Nations of European Union, during the meeting of all 15 countries of the European Union. In this time we were 15 only. The situation was that each person spoke only about the travel, the fly. I take this fly, you can take the same fly like me, than me, and so. Okay. My idea was that all delegations decided already to leave the ad hoc committee, to don't consider it the possibility that this convention can be approved, can be produced. Therefore, I take the possibility to speak. I asked it, and I spoke to all. Dear friends, I verified that you don't like continue to participate to the work to elaborate the convention. Okay. I inform you that if you go, Italy stay here alone, if you like. We will discuss like Italy, don't like Europe, but we don't accept to leave the discussion concerning this convention, because the next year, 2003, there will be the European Year on Disability. And I would like to know what you speak to 42 millions of disabled persons in Europe about your decision to leave the discussion concerning their convention. What you speak to your governments about this idea to leave the discussion about the convention? Okay. after this very little but strong discussion, the president of the moment, I think that was the Greece, asked me, but what do you propose? I propose that we organize a little group, working group, 3 or 4 delegations, and we prepare for after tomorrow morning one draft of the convention, and we present to the assembly of all delegations to elaborate, to present one document about what we can discuss. Okay, was approved, and then we saved the convention, because if the European Union leave this activity, also United States, also China, also other Arab countries will leave, and I think that we don't have this convention. Okay. What is one convention? One convention is one law. Is one law, international law. Of course, when we approve the convention, for example, the 13 December 2006, the General Assembly of United Nations approved this convention, okay? But in this moment, this convention, this law, is proposal of law. There is necessary that 40 countries ratify this convention. When this convention was ratified by 40 countries, okay, this convention was active in these states, in these countries that approved, that ratified it. Now, 120 countries are ratified this convention. Therefore, is active in these 120 states. For example, the United States don't was approved, don't is ratified, and don't will be ratified, never, because United States don't ratify nothing of the convention, because they think that the convention is international activity that don't is acceptable in the internal politica of United Nations, of United States. Okay. I would like start from some ideas that is contained in this convention, okay? And after I will be ask you, make you one proposal, and ask you that you can give me some questions if you like, of course. We can start from the point E of the preamble, okay? Point E, you have, no? Okay. Recognizing we can eliminate, because each point, like you can verify, start from recognizing, affirming, and so on. We can eliminate this word. Disability is an evolving concept, and disability results from the interaction between a person with impairments and attitudinal and environmental barriers that hinders them full and effective participation in society on an equal basis with others. We have 4 concepts. The first, disability is an evolving concept. Okay, if you consider like disability was considered 30 years ago and how is considered now, you verify that the difference between the consideration on 1990, for example, and now is very different. No? The second point is disability results from the interaction between persons with impairments and attitudinal and environmental barriers. Okay, we have this interaction, and the barriers don't are only environmental, but also attitudinal. This is very important because attitudinal seems that the basis of the exclusion of persons with disabilities from the society don't is only environmental, but also cultural. Attitudinal derive from culture, no? And these barriers hinders them full and effective participation in society. Therefore, disability is exclusion from the society, from the effective, full and effective participation in the society. Okay. The fourth point is on equal basis with others. Okay, this idea, when you will read this document, you have this affirmation, I think 50 times. It's very important because it's important for us to have the idea of the equality, equal opportunities and so on. Equality with others, okay? Now I go to the Article 1.1, purpose, okay? The purpose of the present convention is to promote, protect, and ensure the full and equal enjoyment of all the human rights and the fundamental freedoms by all persons with disabilities, and to promote respect for their inherent dignity. Okay. It's important this point, that is first point of the Article 1. This is the indication of the purpose of this convention. But what is the real news of this convention? Is to consider all disabled, not divided in disabled physical, sensorial, mental, no. Disability is one situation of social exclusion. Don't is important for the convention if you are physical, mental, or sensorial. No, absolutely. You are excluded, therefore you are disabled. It's very important. This vision of holistic side is a new position of the convention. Elimination also, we have the elimination of this idea of health situation. At this moment, we know that disabled persons are considered like health impaired. Now we consider this only on the point of view of the society, exclusion or inclusion in the society. Okay? This is very important news for considering this convention. We can go to the Article 2, where we have the definitions. For example, communication, the first. The communication is very important, in particular, not only, but in particular for disabled, sensorial disabled, of course. Deaf people, blind people, and so on, no? Immediately we have a language, and the language is considered also the braille that use, or the sign language, or the other. But discrimination on the basis of disability is for all. Okay? Discrimination is for all, because one person can be discriminated only because disabled. And this is very important to underline. Reasonable accommodation is very difficult to translate in Italian, this, because reasonable accommodation is interesting and clear in English. Very difficult to translate in Italian. I don't know in your languages if it's clear, but in English it's very, very clear. Okay. Universal design, this is very important. Universal design. What is it? Design for all. When you organize one house for disabled, you organize this house for all. When you don't organize this house for disabled, you don't organize for all. Because, for example, for elderly people, other persons that have some other difficulties and so on, no? Can use one house if it's utilized by disabled person. Okay. Therefore, our idea is that the design, universal design, don't is for this, it's for all. Because we use this adjective, universal. Universal, not is for disabled, it's for all. Okay. Article 3. I don't read all article. General principles consider respect for inherent dignity, individual autonomy, including the freedom to make one choice, and independence of persons. So we have other article about it. Non-discrimination, discrimination on the basis, of course, of disability, no? Full and effective participation and inclusion in society. You remember what we have read in point E, exclusion from the society, no? From the participation in the society. Respect for difference and acceptance of persons with disabilities, of human diversity and humanity. Okay. Equality of opportunity. Okay, with others. On equal basis with others, you remember, no? Okay. Accessibility. Accessibility for all. Not only for example, for sensorial disabled, accessibility to communication, for physical disabled, accessibility to environmental side, no? To the roads, to the transportation, and equality between the men and the woman. Well, I don't know why we wrote it, because this is not only for disabled but for all. No? Equality between the men and the woman. Okay. Age, respect for the evolving capacities of children with disability, and the respect for the rights of children with disabilities, to preserve them identities. Okay. I would like that you arrive to Article 9. The Article 9 is accessibility. I don't like read this article, but I would like that you consider the importance of these articles. Don't this only have accessibility to the roads, to the cities? No, no. It's also accessibility to the internet, to the we use now internet, okay. But my asking is, disabled persons, for example, blind people, can participate to our activity? Can our vision is useful also, is utilized also by disabled persons or not? This is very important, no? Okay. Therefore, accessibility not only to the roads or transportation or other, but to all activities of the man or the woman in the society. Okay. Other point is Article 11. The Article 11 is very interesting because you remember the tsunami in 2004 in India, in Sri Lanka, no? Okay. When we was in New York after the tsunami, I reflected. Is possible that a person with disabilities was saved by the tsunami? How? I don't know. And I prepared this article. And I presented this article to European Union, because, of course, the European Union must present together the document, not country by country. When I presented this article, was eliminated. The Sweden, in particular, don't accept it. Okay. I taken this article, I put it in my table, and arrived the Prince of Jordan that asked me, but it's very good, this article, why you don't present? Because European Union is very strange today, yeah? Ah, okay. You give me, I will present for you. And Jordan presented this article, and now is in Article 11. But, of course, we have some additional words that they make in this article. For example, including international humanitarian law and international human rights law. All necessary, no, where is? And the safety, disabilities, ecco, in situation of risk, including including situations of armed conflict. Okay? Of course, the delegation of Israel decided to not accept this.
Shame.
No, to not accept. And was the only this article was voted. And 5 states, United States, Israel, Canada, South Korea, and Singapore were against. All other 182.
Why?
Why? Because this is an idea that we consider only the discussion about the situation in Israel, in particular in Cisjordania, no? Okay. Israel is near to the Italy with delegation because it's in order to alphabetic, no? And I asked from Israel, no, it's necessary that you don't organize this resistance to this proposal. It was impossible. Okay, yes. In the Article 19, we have another point important, and is the independent living. You know that in Europe we have the one association that called independent living. You know it. In Sweden, I think that is very strong, this association, no? You know this or not? Okay. Living independently and being included in the community is very important to be included in the society, be also included in the community, of course, no? Therefore, this is very important article with the other 2 following. Article 20, personal mobility, because if you like have independent living, you like have the possibility to move. Okay? All disabled persons. And Article 21, freedom of expression and opinion and access to information. Okay, it's very important, but I would like to arrive to the Article 24, that is very important, education. Okay? This article have an history, each article has, but this in particular. This article have an important point from the initial, at the second sentence, we can read, with a view to realizing rights without discrimination and on the basis of equal opportunity, state Parte will ensure an inclusive education system at all levels and lifelong learning directed to and so on. Therefore, we discuss about inclusive education in the general education system. Okay? when we taken the initiative to discuss about this convention, all Italy had this position. We in Italy we have this from 1977. From 1977 on, we have a law 517 that give the obligation to the state to guarantee to students with disabilities to participate with others in the common schools. Okay? And my activity during these 5 years was to guarantee the same also in other countries. And in the convention is accepted the Italian position. Inclusive education. Okay? Now, the problem is that in the first time, okay, they accepted with many possibilities for the states to not respect it. I remember that in on the 24 August 2006, the day before the last day of our discussions, the head delegation of Panama, one very beautiful woman, go to me and speak, okay, but you like this Article 24? I spoke, no, absolutely. Why we don't modify? Not is possible. No. I have discussed with my collaborators, with other delegations of Latin America, okay, they are available to sign new article. Oh, very well. Therefore, I spoke to my wife. Tonight, I have to discuss with this dame to organize a new Article 24. Therefore, you don't expect me because I don't know at where I will arrive to sleep. And she asked me, okay, now you call it Article 24. Okay. Really was Article 24, not other. Okay. The last day, 25 August, this dame presented this article. The president was very in difficulties, presented this article. Nobody was against, and therefore was accepted like it is. Therefore, this article was wrote by me in all 5 points. You can read, but it's important that the first point is where we speak about inclusive education. Okay? Other point very important is the Article 27, work and employment. In Italy, we have a law from 1999. This is the law 68. That is about the employment of disabled persons. And in this Article 27, we have many points taken from this law, but was accepted. And if you read it, you have, for example, the the idea that the public and the private have the same obligations. It's important that the market of the employment, of the work, is free and open. Free and open, like is wrote in the Constitution, European Constitution. About European Constitution, I remember you that it is a very big document, but useful, because French and the Holland and the Netherlands don't accept it. Therefore, the document that you were reading before is very big document, but not available now. Okay. After I would like read you to the end the article 30. The article 30 is very important because speak about many activities, for example, artistic activities, sport, and so on.
Free time.
Huh?
Free time. Tempo libero.
Sì, free time. For example, okay, we have the point 2. This point 2 was wrote by me because I am the person that write comedies, tragedies. I am also director of theater. Therefore, I wrote it and it was accepted. State parties will take appropriate measures to enable persons with disabilities to have the opportunity to develop and utilize them, their creative, artistic, and intellectual potential, not only for their one benefit, but also for the enrichment of the society. This is very important because the article was only addressed to, for example, the participation in the theater, in the movies, in other spectacles, okay, but not to elaborate with initiative of artistic activities. I know, for example, in Turkey, one person, blind people, that is very important painter. Or in Italy, one other blind people that is sculptor. Okay. Now, it's very important that in this document will be the possibility to support them, to consider the artistic side of disabled person, not only the right, but also other initiatives, the theater, the music, and so on. Okay. The last point on that I would like to speak is the Article 32, international cooperation, and it was very difficult to propose this because the developing countries don't like this article because they consider the possibility that they don't will be aided by the developed countries or will be more strong difficulties to this aid. Okay. Other point is developed countries were against because I would like not the countries that you indicate me, but I aid the countries that I desire. Okay. This way, I made many activities to discuss with developed and developing and developed. Okay. After one day, I invited to dinner China and Vietnam delegations, and we discussed it. Okay, you China, I spoke. You don't present nothing at this moment. Okay. Why you don't present some initiative, some article about international cooperation? Why not? Okay. They prepared this article. We will prepare together this article, not at the last moment. No. And we prepared two documents. One more strong, and was prepared by China. Other more light, prepared by Vietnam. Okay. And we presented the document of China. I was in the European Union, and I spoke. Okay, China, nothing presented at this moment. It's impossible that Europe don't accept this initiative of China, because it's very important, this country, no? I think that we can propose some modification by Europe. For example, and I propose two modifications that China already knows very well, was accepted.